Have you ever found yourself at the crossroads of your life, where your past, present, and future seem to intersect? We've all experienced moments like these, haven't we? Moments where time seems to stand still, where choices made can change the trajectory of our lives. These moments are not mere coincidences. They are what we call kairos moments. Derived from ancient Greek, kairos refers to an opportune moment, a divine appointment, if you will. You see, life is not a random series of events. Every encounter, every challenge, every joy, and every sorrow is part of a grander plan, a divine orchestration. And right now, you find yourself at a supernatural crossroads. This isn't by chance, no. This is by divine timing. Let me share a personal anecdote. Many years ago, I found myself at a crossroads. I had suffered a great loss, and the path ahead seemed uncertain. But then, I felt a strange sense of peace wash over me. I realized this was my kairos moment, a divine intersection where I was being called to step into a new season of life. That moment changed everything for me. It was a turning point, a divine crossroads, where I let go of my past and embraced the future with hope and faith. And I believe, my dear listener, you are at such a crossroads right now. The choices you make, the steps you take, they are all part of a greater plan. You are not a puppet in the hands of fate, but a co-creator of your destiny with the divine. Every moment of your life has led you to this point, this divine crossroads, and it's not by accident, it's by divine orchestration. You aren't here by accident, you are here because of divine orchestration. What if I told you that what you release in obedience, God multiplies beyond what you've lost? Sounds incredible, doesn't it? But that's the essence of the principle of divine transfer. It's a concept that may seem counterintuitive, yet it is deeply rooted in faith and obedience. Let's delve into this. The principle of divine transfer is about surrendering, about letting go. It's about giving up what is in your hands and trusting that God will replace it with something far greater. It's not about a one-to-one exchange, but rather an exponential multiplication. Imagine you're holding on to a single seed. In your hand is just a seed, but when you release it, when you plant it in the ground, that single seed can grow into a tree that bears hundreds, even thousands of fruits. That's the principle of divine transfer at work. Think about a time in your life when you had to let go of something or someone. It was tough, right? But looking back, can you see how that space you created was filled with something or someone even better? That's the divine transfer in action. This principle isn't just about material possessions. It's about releasing fear, doubt, and negativity, and in return receiving peace, faith, and positivity. It's about surrendering control and receiving divine guidance. It's about releasing our limited human understanding and receiving divine wisdom. But there's a catch. The principle of divine transfer requires obedience and faith. It demands that we trust in God's plan, even when we don't understand it, even when it scares us. It's about taking that leap of faith and trusting that God will catch us. Remember, the divine transfer isn't a transaction. It's not about giving to get. It's about trust. It's about faith. It's about surrender. And when we embrace this principle, we open ourselves to blessings beyond what we can even imagine. This is a season of divine transfer where what was lost will be restored with interest and what was barren will overflow with abundance. So are you ready to release and receive? Imagine standing before an open window beyond which lies all the blessings you've been waiting for. A divine window that's been opened just for you, a window of opportunity. Picture it, feel it, because it's not an illusion, it's your reality right now. There's a sense of urgency in the air. Can you feel it? It's the ticking of a divine clock, a heavenly countdown. It's not here to cause panic, but to awaken your spirit to the preciousness of this moment. It's a kairos moment, a divine intersection where heaven's timing meets earthly reality. It's sacred, it's rare, and it's happening right now. This window of divine opportunity, it's open, but it won't stay that way forever. It's like the tide, it comes in, but it also goes out. And when it goes, it takes with it the opportunities it brought. It's a fleeting chance, a temporary opening into a world of blessings beyond comprehension. Think back to a time when you missed an opportunity, perhaps something as simple as missing a train. Remember the feeling of watching the doors close just as you reach the platform. That's the feeling you want to avoid here, that regret, that if only feeling. Because this isn't just any train, it's the Divine Express, and it's a one-way ticket to a life of blessings. So what are you waiting for? Why are you still standing on the platform? The train is at the station, the doors are open. All you need to do is step in. It requires obedience, courage, and faith, but the rewards are worth it. Your obedience is the key. It's what triggers heaven's response. So don't delay, don't hesitate. This is not the time for second-guessing or self-doubt. This is the time for action, for trust, for faith. Remember, the window will not stay open forever. It's time to jump through, to embrace the blessings waiting for you. Your obedience triggers heaven's response. Don't delay, for the window will not stay open forever. What if your losses could become your testimonies, your embarrassments, your elevation? Imagine a world where every setback, every failure, every heartbreak is a stepping stone to something greater. This is the essence of the divine reversal, the season of replacement. Picture a farmer who has just sown his seeds. He watches as the rain washes them away. He feels the pain of loss, the sting of disappointment. But then a miracle. The rain that washed away his seeds also nourishes the soil. In place of each lost seed, 100 more sprout. His loss has been replaced with an abundance he could never have imagined. This is not just a story about a farmer. It's a story about you. It's a story about all of us. It's a story about how the divine works in our lives. Each loss we experience, each embarrassment we endure, is a seed that has the potential to grow into something far greater. Perhaps you've been through a season of loss. Perhaps you felt the sting of embarrassment. You may feel like you're standing in a field, watching your seeds wash away. But remember the farmer. Remember that the same rain that washes away the seeds also nourishes the soil. The divine reversal, the season of replacement, is not about getting back exactly what we lost. It's about receiving something far greater. The farmer didn't get his seeds back. Instead, he received a harvest far greater than he could ever have imagined. So, as you journey through your own season of replacement, remember this. Your losses are not the end. They are the beginning. They are the seeds that will grow into your testimonies. Your embarrassments are not your downfall. They are the rain that will nourish your soil and allow your blessings to grow. So, embrace the divine reversal. Embrace the season of replacement. Embrace the possibility that your losses could become your testimonies, your embarrassments, your elevation. This is not just receiving, but a transformation where losses become testimonies and embarrassments turn into elevation. Imagine standing at the threshold of a new era where waiting is over and blessings are descending into reality now. We've all been there, haven't we? The moment where the path ahead is clear and there's no turning back. That's what we call the point of no return. It's as though the heavens have opened up and showers of blessings are pouring down. It's a divine deluge, a spiritual overflow. This is not just a metaphor, but a palpable reality for those who have faith. You see, The spiritual locks have been released. The divine vaults have been thrown open, and blessings are descending into our reality now. Let me share a personal anecdote. I remember a time when I was in the throes of a severe drought. My life seemed barren, devoid of blessings. But then, at the point of utter despair, I experienced a divine shift. It was as though a lock had been released in the heavens, and blessings began to rain down. It wasn't a trickle, but a torrent. And it didn't just replenish what I'd lost, but exceeded it in an abundance I could never have imagined. This is what it means when we say, the spiritual locks have been released. It's a release of divine favor, supernatural blessings, and miracles that transform lives. It's a shift from scarcity to abundance, from waiting to receiving, from hope to reality. But remember, this is a point of no return. Once you step over this threshold, there's no going back to the way things were. The waiting has ended. The spiritual locks have been released. It's a new era, an era of multiplication, of testimonies, of divine favor and blessings that are descending into our reality now. So, what do we do at this point of no return? We step boldly through the open doors. We embrace the blessings that are pouring down. We live in the fulfillment of God's promises. We walk in the divine favor and supernatural blessings that are now our reality. Step boldly through the open doors and live in the fulfillment of God's promises, knowing that the barrier of waiting has been broken and a new era of multiplication and testimony has begun.